Hello and welcome to Site Management Bootcamp. My name is Enthusiast. I'm the Executive Director at Ascent School of Construction Business. In this video, we are going to look upon two case studies which are the representation of PPP in Indian construction. The first project that I'm going to talk about is Cochin International Project or Cochin International Airport Project. Now, this was one of the path-breaking projects in Indian construction history because this was the first airport which was formulated through PPP model. Here we had the government of India, which is basically the Airport Authority of India, and we had multiple individuals who were part of an entity in Kerala itself. Now, when the idea came in 1992, they were around 24 individuals who were part of the initial entity. These 24 individuals basically were NRIs from Kerala, and they always thought, you know what, if we are going to get a sanction for an airport in Kochi, why not upgrade it to international level? That is where they came in. They went for an approval from Airport Authority of India, and in 1993 they got the approval from the National Airport Authority as well. And due to financial constraints, they could not invest. However, they formed a team the next year with CIAL, which was the organization which will be taking forward the Cochin International Airport, that is Cochin International Airport Limited. So, with that internal team, those 24 people came as an entity tied up with the Airport Authority of India and Government of India, and they started making up the project. In 1995, KMC Constructions was awarded, the tender happened, and the local contractor itself was given the runway construction. Then 1996, terminal buildings and all the structures, including the control tower, were commenced and were constructed. Now they realized that the airport needs to be updated even better. So 1997, substantial land was taken right next to CAL for the expansion of the project, and in 1999 they completed the project. Now, one of the very important things that we need to understand here is individuals took up the initiative. So a lot of rich, high net worth individuals came up, took up the initiative once they realized that Cochin was supposed to get an airport. When the plan or the proposal came for the Cochin International Airport to start, that's when people initiated. They wanted to be a part of it. They invested as well. And now, yeah, as you can see in the slide, the Cochin International Airport is highly developed. And one of the best things about this airport is it is the first Indian airport which is totally 100% solar powered. So you will find huge solar farms next to the airport where that energy is being used to run the airport. Now, I know this firsthand because I was very fortunate to work for the renovation project of this airport, where I was the planning manager for Cochin International Airport domestic terminal. And one thing that I understood was this is the epitome of a success in terms of PPP projects. With this project, Indian government and Indian private players got the confidence of, let us take it to the next level. We can do it successfully. So this is one of the biggest turning points in understanding the project delivery methods of construction projects in India. The next project that I'm going to be talking about is L&T Metro Hyderabad. So L&T Metro Hyderabad again was a PPP. Partnership was between Government of Andhra Pradesh and L&T. Now the reason why it is called L&T Metro is because the client and the contractor were both L&Ts. So here it started on 2010 where the concession agreement happened and the closure of the agreement happened on 2011. It took almost 7 months to close it because the client was L&T and Government of Andhra Pradesh. The contractor also was L&T. Now the biggest challenge was what the client and the contractor both L&T, how will that work? Correct. But mind you, L&T has different divisions. So one division took over the client part, one more division took over the contractor part. And of course, Government of Andhra Pradesh has its representatives to look at whether everything is going on smoothly or not. But with this kind of projects, the Government of Andhra Pradesh did not just blindly believe L&T because client contractor both are the same. So what they did, they had a barrage of consultants a huge list of consultants who were taking part in the advisory of each single process in the construction of this metro. And that is where the list of these consultants come into picture. AECOM, Feedback Infra, Louis Berger, Kilios, Halcro, EY, Parsons Birchhoff also. So all these companies came together where they were in multiple places, not just in the structural part, but also the station, the signaling, the commissioning, the IT of it, correct? So all those project management, so all those subjects were covered through these multiple consultants. Now they had to come up with policies that were accepted by both the client part of L&T as well as the contractor part of L&T. That is where they came up with huge amount of policies, which of course they have not invented it. It is a part of construction, but they were very high in this project, which is QMS, which is Quality Management System, EHS, which is Environment, Health and Safety Policies, Risk Policy, Environment Policy, then ISMS Policy, Quality Policies, and Safety Policies. So the valuation of the first phase itself was around 4 billion US dollars, which is in itself a huge amount of money. One of the good things is the L&T Metro Hyderabad Limited. This is one of the successful partnership. The reason being, of course, there have been delays in the project. There have been issues in the project, considering that the client and the contractor are the same company. But there has been way better performance of this project compared to other metro cities or other metro projects in different cities. Now that is something that steps up. In terms of execution, it was DBFOT, which is design, build, finance, operate, and transfer. That means L&T will design it, they will build it, they will finance it. That means they are going to give the money for it. They're going to operate it for a lease time, and then they are going to transfer it back to the government of Andhra Pradesh. Now, this was again a game-changing project in metro projects, especially in India, because this gave birth to the new age PPP models in the construction industry. In the next video, we'll be looking in depth about infrastructure and real estate sectors. See you in the next video.